Good morning.
Good morning. Hope everybody's enjoying the beautiful summer weather that we're having right now. Yay.
It's gorgeous out
It's
there.
beautiful. Unfortunately, everybody's doing the water restrictions, so I'll just sit over here for,
Sandy, I'm not that stinky yet.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're good. We've got many cameras going today, so I may not be in all of the scenes, so I'm just here going, hi, how's everybody? All right, so Chelsea, we're going to finish it today, aren't we?
Yep, we're doing part 3 of our mini charm trio. We are adding a back on today.
Okay, she actually meant 4.
Part 4.
Yeah, don't get confused.
It's Tuesday.
That's Tuesday. So we're going to finish it. And I've got to say that your sample is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you,
How did you
Sandy.
finish your sample? Like, what was your program?
Well, let's check it out.
Okay.
Let's switch to that one. There we go.
Oh, it's
All right.
so pretty.
So this is the one I made to match a quilt I have at home. So if we flip it over, because of course I need to put a pillow in here, I have an envelope backing.
That is so smart.
So no zippers.
No zippers.
And best of all, no hems.
Yeah.
Because I used the selvage of my fabric as my hem.
That's really good because it won't fray then. And you see that you've made enough of a fold over that when you put your pillow in, it won't have a pillow tummy.
I won't have
bulge.
a pillow tummy. It'll cover everything when I get it in there. So
I like
I
it.
guess we should take a peek at what it looks like inside out.
Well, I want to see. Can you show them?
Oh.
I don't know if they can see it close up. The really cool finishing you did. What was the name of this program?
Oh, this is an OESD design called Quilting Bees.
Nice.
So this was one of the edge-to-edge designs in the package, but it also had separate little bees and flowers and all the cute stuff.
I see the little bee there.
Yeah,
The flowers.
he's cute.
He's so cute. Oh, look at
love
the little
him.
bee bum.
Yeah, little
I
bee
love
bum.
it. That's so sweet. That is beautiful.
Yeah,
Excellent job.
Did that. It turned out really cute. And I still have some little wash away marker on there, but I'm going to toss it in the wash when I get home.
Right on. So yeah, all the marks that we did with the clear blue tiles and things, we'll just wash away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is one I have partially finished, just so that we can see where we're going. So you can see this is the wrong side of my pillow top, all quilted and ready to go. And you can see I have some nice pink serging around the edge. I have a stitch to attach all my layers. And here's the side where you'll see I have enveloping happening.
Mm-hmm. That is beautiful. So we're doing this right sides together.
Yep.
Making sure that our single flap is inside the fold over flap so we don't have any edges. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess we'll start with what we need.
Okay, what do we need?
So we need our pillow that we made, quilted, squared.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can see our markings. We use the clear blue tiles.
Pretty cute.
Looks really good.
And we need 2 pieces of fabric, and I've already cut them.
Mm-hmm.
So piece 1 is this piece. Here is my selvage edge. And this piece is 18 inches wide by 9.5 inches tall.
Yep. So that gives us plenty of fold over area.
And then I got another piece, and here is my selvage. And now this one is also 18 inches wide, and it is 21 inches tall. And then all I did to get started is we folded it over. We'll give it a little measure. And it was about a 4.5 inch fold over here. And then I just ironed it.
Yeah. So we're ready. So now we get to layer it.
All right.
Okay.
So I found the easiest way to layer it is take my pillow top, put it face side up.
Yep.
The next piece we're going to put on
Will be the single
will be our
selvage without the fold.
folded-
Oh, the folded
the
edge
folded
first.
one
Right.
first.
Yes, this
And-
is where we went wrong before.
Yeah, I made this backwards maybe a couple times. So I'm going to put it so my fold, my selvage is facing me. And I'm going to try and get that straight. And the reason why I'm doing this with the pillow up is because I can just
follow
line
the
up
lines.
with my little
She's
project
not
there.
just a pretty face. She's pretty smart, this one.
I might cut
Alright.
this one really big, but that's okay.
We'll trim off all the excess, so never worry.
Okay, and then the next piece I'm going to put on is my other piece. Here's my
With the
selvage. And I will just do my best to kind of line up those selvages.
Okay.
Make sure there's overhang all over.
Mm-hmm.
And now we will flip this all over. So I just put my
Okay,
fingers
everybody
there.
hang on. Flip.
Flip.
Perfect.
Because I find it easier to work from this side as I go to sew.
You can see where you need to have your 1/4 inch seam, so those perfect points. And she has perfect points, I'm telling you. The perfect points on that pillow. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So now
Do a little pinning.
we'll do some pinning. When I pinned this, I found it easiest to pin
out
this
toward
way.
the edge. Perfect.
because
Yep.
if I pinned it this way,
Yeah.
I found I tended to buckle the fabric.
Okay, so we want to pin away in this case.
Yeah, and
so
there's
that
two really important pins to get is holding this fold.
perfect, so that where the two pieces come together.
Yeah, so then you don't fold it up. So I'm just gonna give us some pins here.
Perfect. Well, this has been a really cool project. I've learned so much, and I'm still got more to learn because we've got a cool way to finish this.
We sure do.
Yeah. And I got to say that Chelsea's teaching me all sorts of interesting things, so this is good.
And I have a nice tricky foot we can use for doing this.
Okay, so we are going to use the Luminaire 3, the XP3, and is that the Move It foot we're doing?
Yeah, we're going to use the Move It foot
Cool.
today.
Right on.
And I like using the Move It foot because, of course, I have a whole quilt sandwich and I have so many layers. So you could use a walking foot too.
Mm-hmm. Like if
But-
you were using your dynamic walking foot or whatever.
Yeah, you
that
could
one would
totally use
work.
the dynamic. You can see I have my extra overhang here. That's okay. We're not going to worry about it.
I'm going to get rid of that shortly.
Yeah, we'll chop it right off. I like working with a bit of extra fabric because I'd rather have extra than not enough.
Oh, it's nothing like having it come out short and then having to take it all apart.
Yeah, we don't want that. And we're going to do a trick to make sure we get all of our nice points. We're going to sew our perimeter first with the sewing machine.
Okay.
And then we'll come through after we check our points and we will serge.
Okay.
And the reason why we're doing it in that order is to make sure that we're not going to lose any fabric too early.
Yeah. So I get the privilege of serging, so that should be kind of fun.
I'm so excited.
All
All right, so we are pinned and ready to go. We'll head over to the sewing machine.
Okay.
So we will hit that button. Yep,
Yep,
that's,
there's our
that's
Luminaire.
the Luminaire.
Okay, so we have our Luminaire up and running. We have the Move It foot, and what's that foot you have there?
Oh, that's a really cool foot. So this one is actually a 1/4 inch foot.
Perfect.
Is my camera working? Or did it fall asleep?
Okay, let's give it a little wiggle. Okay, we might have a slight camera delay.
Maybe.
Okay.
We might.
Okay, is this a Tyler worthy?
We'll go get Tyler.
Okay. All right. Anyways, we've used this foot one of these feet before. And if we remember, they just snap on to the bottom of the Move It foot. And this particular one, as she said, is the 1/4 inch because we really want to make it a nice 1/4 inch seam so that the pillow, when you're turning, has got perfect points.
Tyler came to rescue us.
Yes. Oh, goodness, we have Tyler. It's so exciting because he set us up on 4 different cameras today.
Yay!
There we go.
Thank you, Tyler.
So we have front, we have overhead, we have camera 1 on the Luminaire and camera 2 on the Bernina L890. So we are in style today.
All right.
Okay.
So this is the clip-on foot you can get for your Move It foot. And it has a little 1/4 inch guide on it. So that's going to be really important for us because, of course, it's going to pull in all the material properly. And we're going to get a nice seam allowance because remember, we took all that care and patience when we trimmed our pillow to make sure we're roughly a 1/4 inch away from all our points.
That is beautiful. Okay.
Now, it also has some guides on here. You can see the little red dots. So this first red dot is where your needle's going to hit. Second is 1/8 of an inch away from your needle. And the third is 1/4 of an inch away from your needle.
Well, that makes stopping at a 1/4 inch from the from the end great.
So we are going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance on our pillow. So we're going to use this guide to stop us so that we don't have to back up. And I'm just going to clip it on. There we go. Oh, and get that thread I trapped out of there. Okay.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
gonna wake up my machine.
Okay, and we're set on the center stitch so that we can do our 1/4 inch with the needle in the middle. Beautiful. Okay, here we go.
Alright. And we're going to get our project in there, and we're going to line up our fabric on the left side of this guide.
Perfect.
There we go. Drop our needle. Find my presser foot. And I'm just going to go forward and backward. To start, just to lock my seam.
Oh, I can see how that guide is very useful. It's just riding right along the edge of the pillow.
Yeah, it's going to
Top.
give me just such a nice edge. And
Yeah.
we'll be careful coming across where we have fabrics laying across. We'll just go slow over them.
Just to make sure that they lay and they don't get turned back. Okay. Well, that is absolutely wonderful.
And I have my speed at about 50%.
Bigfoot.
I find that's a pretty
Oh,
good speed.
Isn't this cool? Patty G from Vermont is back on. Hi,
Oh,
Patty.
that's cool.
I can't read any of the other comments.
Oh, I might have put them in the wrong order today.
Not a worry.
There we go.
Okay, there we are. All right. Well, so as she's sewing, let's say hi to Ruth C, Nancy C, Loanne F. That's awesome. Hi, ladies. I'm glad to hear you're up and about. Okay, we're at
All right.
1/4 inch.
So I stopped at the 1/4 inch, and I have my hover on, so all I have to do is rotate.
And the needle is in the down
at
position,
that.
so that holds us and makes that beautiful, perfect 90-degree corner. Ooh, I like it. Mathematically beautiful. All right.
So after we stitch this nice little stitch around our edge, we will go in and we will check to make sure our pillow is, number one, assembled correctly, and number two,
Our points are perfect.
that our points are perfect. Now, I may say that I checked to see if it was assembled correctly because I may have done it backwards yesterday.
It's nothing like experience to teach you how to do it.
Yeah, but the good news was is I didn't serge it yet,
Oh,
so
good.
it
we
was
had
really
things to work
easy to
with.
fix.
Yeah. Yeah. So do your checking before we do the final serging to finish the pillow. That's probably good advice.
You know, this 1/4 inch guide would be really good for binding
It sure would be too.
because I am not even having to think where I
No.
have to stop.
It is just fabulous. And it's so smooth. It works so well.
Yeah, so it'd be really good for someone who has troubles with inconsistency in their seam.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely good for that.
And I'm glad. I think if you don't have this particular brother, you do have a dynamic walking foot that will work on some of the other brothers that offers you the same 1/4 inch sole. And that dynamic, whether you like it or not, that dynamic one will back up too.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I may have bought one the other day.
Did you?
I was having
You
too
broke
much
down, did
fun.
you? Oh, that
And
is
I
so
was like, I know I have a regular walking
I know.
foot. I know. But, oh, that one's nice.
You know, it really, really does work. If you have the right tools for the right job, it is marvelous. So let's make our lives simple and pick that technology up and use it. It's important.
Alrighty, we're almost
Almost
there.
there. Look at her go. That is marvelous, Chelsea.
Beautiful.
All
We'll
right.
cut our thread. Alright, we're free.
Back
Let's-
over to the big camera.
Come to this one,
Okay.
and we are going to check. So you can see my beautiful seam allowance going all the way around my pillow. This is nice and white, and we are just going to turn this inside out.
And just make sure we got it in the right order.
Yeah, so I'm not going to worry about turning my points or anything. We'll do that later.
Yeah.
I just want to check how my pillow came together, make sure it's in the right order, because it's easier to fix now than after we serge it.
Yeah, because then we will be really tight on fabric. So, yeah.
Tight on fabric, and we'd also have to do a lot of seam ripping.
Mhm.
All right. So, my envelope looks great. This one's a little bit towards the bottom, but
That's okay.
to be honest, I don't...
It doesn't
I'm cool
really
with
matter
that.
where the fold comes in.
Yeah.
No, we got the fold. There's the salvage
Perfect.
edges. Perfect.
No selvage is showing.
Yay!
That might have been something I did yesterday.
Good job,
And I'm
Chels.
going to flip it over, and I'll just check to see where all of our
Oh.
points are coming.
Those are beautiful.
They look really good. It's
I
all
think
that...
That was all of the
All the
special
care and patience
care
we
that
took.
you took to cut it, and then the good stitching.
That looks great.
That
Okay.
looks beautiful.
I'm
Okay.
going to flip this inside out.
Okay.
And Sandy's going to get set up on our serger.
Okay, so I'm going to get my chair.
Right side out.
And there we go.
And while Sandy's... Oh, I actually have to make some cuts first.
Oh, right.
I almost
okay.
forgot about that.
Okay. Well,
I got too excited.
Okay. We are so close to the end of this project. It's been a fun project.
So there is a few ways you could go about serging your... well, there's two. There's
Yeah.
two ways you could go with
Yeah.
serging. So if you have a serger to finish this off, you could serge down one side, serge down the next side, serge down the other side, and then the other side, and then tuck in all your tails. I don't know about you, but that's my least favorite thing is tucking in tails.
Okay.
So on this pillow, you can see I actually only have one tail.
That's our start tail.
I can't find it. There it is. One tail. So I have one tail because I did a consistent turning around corners.
Ah, okay.
So that's what Sandy's going to do. So let's
That's
get
what I'm going
Sandy
to
set
try.
up.
Okay.
So in order to properly turn a corner, we're going to have to take a cut. Now, on this pillow, every time we start, we're going to have the knife of the serger running down this side of the pillow. So I'm going to cut this side every time about the length of the foot into the fabric. Now, if you go a little bit further, that's okay. So I think that the length of the foot is about 2 inches, but I'm going to take 3. I'm just going to cut right up here, 3 inches in. And I'm going to do that to all 4 corners. Sandy, you changed your blade.
I did after the
It's
last one.
beautiful.
It was a little. So Chelsea needed a new blade to make it smooth.
All right. So now this is really important because as we turn, our knife isn't going to be able to go that deep.
Right.
You'll see it when we start. But this is a very important step to do.
So if you don't have a serger, there's other ways to finish this. You could actually trim your edges and do an overlock stitch on your sewing machine, or you can zigzag just so that you are finishing the edge and putting another stitch line to hold it so there's not so much pressure on the original seam. Okay.
All right.
So,
We're going
all
to
right.
send this over to our friend Sandy.
alrighty.
If I can find the right button. There we go.
Okay. Now, Chelsea,
All right.
guide me, girl.
So Sandy,
Mhm.
you can start at the very top of this edge of fabric
Okay.
if you like, and you're
Okay.
going to line up, because we cut it, the edge of the fabric with your knife.
Knife.
Just right
Okay,
against it.
Right against it.
All right, so now you're going to lower your foot,
Okay, I'm lowering my foot.
and
Okay.
you're just going to stitch all the way down this side
Okay.
until you get one stitch off the fabric
Okay.
of your white fabric here.
My white fabric. Okay.
It's thinking about it. It's
Oh.
waking up.
Okay, it's waking up. Okay, good. So I'm trying not to cut any of that blue fabric off. I'm trying not to cut any of our pillow edge off.
Yeah, until we get to that part. Now let's just take this and we'll flip it out so it won't
Okay.
get trapped.
Yep,
You can put it in your trim tray there.
because that's where it's going to end up.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Hang on.
So now we'll stitch all the way down the side, and we are using a 3-thread overlock narrow.
Oh, I forgot to tell you that. Yes, this is the L890 Bernina. And yes, we're doing a 3-thread overlock narrow.
I got you, Sandy.
You're beautiful. Okay.
All right. So Sandy's just gonna keep on trimming down.
Trimming down, trimming down. Oh, here I go through all of the edges. There's all the 4 where they overlap. Okay, and I'm trying really hard not to cut any of our pillow. And of course it's a narrow one, so this is going to fall inside our 1/4 inch line. Okay, so I'm getting very close now.
So we're going to go until we're 1 stitch off our fabric. So our needles just drop at the back. You can use your back kick on your foot to go 1 stitch at a time as well.
Ah, smart. And I didn't.
like the back
okay.
kick. Okay, so
All
you
right.
want to drop your needles down?
Needle down.
Back kick?
Back kick. Okay. Maybe this one isn't set to back kick. Ah. Maybe it's just Sandy's foot isn't back kicking. Okay.
So now we're going to grab that rolled hem lever and
Right
we're going to switch it forward to R. So that's going to take all our thread off of our stitch finger.
Oh, good. So then I can lift my foot and rotate.
Lift our foot, let's rotate and align that white edge of our pillow against the blade.
Okay.
So this is why we needed to have that extra part cut. And then we'll jam our fabric right up against our needle as well.
Against the needle and then the
Rolled
edge.
hem lever up.
Rolled hem lever up.
Foot down. And gas.
And gas. Look at us go. And of course, this is the edge hanging off into our bucket.
Beautiful, Sandy.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not got anything underneath and I'm
That's a good plan.
just, cutting off things that shouldn't be cut off. All right.
So now we'll just keep that process going. And at the end, we'll only have 1 tail to tuck in.
Isn't that cool?
So it takes a little bit of extra time here at the serger, but a lot less time at finishing stage. Because we want to fiddle with all that. So 1 stitch off, needles down. That's okay, Sandy. We'll make it work. Okay, drop those needles.
Okay.
All
I got it this time. Okay.
Rolled hem lever. Forward.
Forward.
Foot up. Rotate.
Rotating. And we're going up against the needle.
The needle and the knife.
And the knife.
Rolled hem lever up.
Up.
Foot
down. And
beautiful.
chug along. Okay, here we go.
And so now, because we did sew off a little bit extra, we are going to have a little loop there. That's okay. It's okay.
She hit the wrong part of the foot to get that needle down. I think it's my fat running shoe.
It's very hard to sew with shoes on.
I like to go with my bare feet, which Anne says is not such a good idea because if you step on a pin, you've got no protection. But I am so bad at that.
That's a pretty good point, actually. All right, we're coming up to that edge there.
All right, here we're going to do that again. Okay.
All right, you can use your back kick now, Sandy, if you'd like. There you go. Sometimes I find it easier to use the front of my foot.
Okay, because the heel is not working. Look at that.
Especially in a shoe.
Okay, and one more. That's good.
All right, perfect.
Okay, rolled hem lever forward into the R position. Lift this, pull. Maybe I should have gone one more.
No, it should work.
It should work. Oh, there it goes. It's off. Okay, I just panicked. I only panicked. Okay, up against the needle, up against the bar, switch it back to the O, put down my foot and go.
Beautiful. And
right,
so this is our 4 side. So we are going to stitch right off the edge and we're going to leave ourselves with a nice long chain.
Okay.
Because if you leave yourself with a short chain, it's going to be really tricky to thread that into a needle and put it in.
This is where we cut off all that excess fabric that we don't need. It's working good, Chelsea.
Looking beautiful. And now when you're running with this much fabric, you could always take off your trim tray if you're finding you're having lots and lots.
It's filling up.
Fills up pretty fast.
And I just keep going right off the
right off the end. Let's make a really long chain.
Really long chain. Okay, here I go. Really long chain out the back. All right, really long chain out the back.
All right, maybe longer, Sandy.
Oh, maybe
and then
longer.
You can use the cutter on the side of the machine to release your project.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay.
Beautiful, Sandy.
Right on. I love it. Okay. All right, Chelsea, coming back your way.
Fantastic.
And I'm coming to join you because we're done over here now. I can come and sit with you.
All right. That sounds great, Sandy.
Yeah.
Falling off my chair.
Okay, back on our chairs.
All right. So you can see our super fun inside. And to be honest, I like using really fun thread to serge the insides of my pillows.
It's kind of fun.
It's super fun, and you're not going to see any of it.
No, because it's all inside your stitch line. Yes.
Yeah, so this would be, like, say you're making a little kid's pillow.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be super fun to use a variegated thread in here, because you could be running, say, Isacord through your thread, or the designer thread, or what's the other ones? That's variegated. Wonderfill.
Oh, Wonderfill. Oh,
Designer?
Designer isn't. I don't think they're all solid, but
Confetti?
Confetti. I think
Confetti?
it's Confetti.
All right.
Yep.
So we have our pillow, looking super cute, and now we're going to do the turning.
Okay.
So some people like to get a super sharp tool in here. Personally, I don't, so we are going to use Anne's corners.
Okay.
Because I hate doing all this work and then popping right through the corner.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
Makes me very frustrated. All right, so I'm going to find my way through my layers, and I'm going to get my thumb in here.
Right
So
up to the thumb. Yep.
That's my thumbnail there. Get right in there.
Yep.
And I'm going to fold along my sewing seam line, not my serging seam line.
Yep.
Fold against there, and I'm just pinching it with
Folding
my
it.
finger.
Yep. And
And I'm going to rotate, and
Pull
it
it through.
should pop a nice corner.
she's
Looks
pretty
kinda
smart,
mushy in there, but-
that little Anne of ours.
All right, we're going to go in.
Yeah. Right up to the thumbnail.
Right up to the thumbnail, thumb up, fold,
Fold.
fold. And if you like, you could be doing wider seam allowances. It could make it a little bit easier. Personally, I just like 1/4 inch myself.
We just wanted to save our points for sure, though, right?
Yep. Okay, so that one's turned. Come in. And you could thread this in, get this done, but I'm usually too impatient. I just
Oh.
want to see.
We just want to make sure that you get all of our wise expertise here from Chelsea so that you can make yours, finish yours. And you can just get a needle and just thread that back through.
Last corner.
Yeah, that was my little wiggle corner. Sorry.
Looks beautiful.
Good thing about is it will be hiding in the corner and no one will see him.
Exactly.
There. Okay.
All right, let's finish flipping this pillow.
Oh, that looks fab.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
And so now what you could do is you could press your edges,
Yeah. So that
roll them under,
Yeah.
give them a press,
Yeah. And you have a perfect pillow top.
you can wash off your blue marks,
Yep.
and you have a pillow and no zippers.
Yep. And no raw edges anywhere.
Yep.
That is marvelous.
Oh, and that was folding error.
Yeah.
So that is our
That's it.
sweet Jane.
All right, let's go back and
That was fun.
that was awesome. Come on in here, girl.
I had a great time, Sandy.
I did too. That
Thanks for
was a
making
really
pillows.
good sample of things that we can do. I love it.
I definitely forgot. I was watching you so intently, I didn't flip this other
Okay,
one.
well, you flip as we talk.
I
Okay,
need one of the other
so
ones.
we have completed the Sweet Jane mini charm trio pillow. There's several different patterns that you can use off that to make the actual block, and it's adorable. And we'll hang our sample in this store once we get it washed and ready to go. We'll stuff it so that you can have a look at it. Now, looking forward, Chelsea.
Looking forward, what's next, Sandy?
In July, start of July. Now, July 1st, of course, is a holiday, but we'll be back July 2nd for Tuesday AM. And we're going to start the Jaybird Mini Hex. And I forgot the name of it. Mini Hex. And
Northern
it's
Lights.
Northern Lights. What else would we be enjoying but Northern Lights? So we're going to start that, show you how to use the mini hex and more ruler to make a really pretty Northern Lights wall hanging, and that will be next week's topic, and I think that'll be so much fun.
I can't wait.
I've got all the fabric picked out. Dawn has made us a kit.
We have super cute kits.
Yeah, and so we'll be making a store sample that you can see in store along with the kits here. So that's next Tuesday on Tuesday AM. I'm looking
Can't
forward to it.
Wait.
Yeah. It'll be fun. It'll be absolutely fun. Well, thanks, Chelsea. That was very informative, and I really enjoyed our 4 weeks making our pillow.
Thanks, Sandy. I had a lot of fun. Do you want to see my other pillow? I made?
Oh, may we? This is a different pattern, so let's show them the... Isn't that pretty? This one has the mini flying geese all centered toward the center.
It was so fun.
It is so cute. Those are going to look beautiful in your living room.
I can't wait.
All right. All right. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you next